Hey everybody, this is Monkeypuzzle, and I've got what I think is a special treat for you today. At least I really enjoyed making it. It's a new prototype for a mob item farm I'm calling the MobStar. It's this low-hanging celestial body just under the maximum build height there, hovering over this creative world I just randomly generated for this purpose. And it plays with a couple things that I've been wanting to check out for a while. One is making a mob item farm that replicates the ideal spawning range for mobs, which is, as you may know, they somewhere between 24 and 32 blocks from the player. They have to be 24 blocks in order to spawn, and up until 32 blocks they can't despawn, and that occurs in a radius from the player in a sphere. And mob item farms are usually square because that's just such a easier thing to build in Minecraft. And I won't pretend that I built this by hand. I did this in World Edit because I just wanted to check it out to see if it worked before I actually tried to build it by hand. But I'm preparing to do that with some tools that I'll show you at the end. And the other thing that it works with is a functional item elevator to actually deliver the items to the player as the mobs are killed. And then the third thing, of course, I wanted to check out was just some of the dynamics of high elevation mob farms and just to see how that worked with the spawning rates and everything. So I'm going to take you inside and show you what's going on. So here we are standing on a little platform on the exact center of the sphere. It's a 61 block diameter sphere, so that wall is 30 blocks away from where I'm standing, and these all are. These should be basically that, plus or minus, however the world edit generates the sphere. But that means there's about 29 air spaces between where I'm standing and that wall. So all these spaces are more than 24 blocks away from me so that the mobs can spawn everywhere and far enough away that they can't see me, nobody can shoot at me, or the enderman can't tell I'm looking at them. And but it's all within 32 blocks, so nobody can despawn once they spawn in here until I dispatch them for them. So yeah, it's ringed with these dispensers, simple wiring going all the way around, and a timer on the roof that I'll show you in a minute. And everybody collects down here. I get pretty good numbers. I haven't done any caving or anything below. And if I turn this on, generally when I look down when they're concentrating in these flushes, I get about 60 mobs, 62, 63 sometimes. It varies, but it's pretty high. I think the maximum mob spawning is about 90, I've heard, something like that. So getting into higher ranges, and of course I'm not looking at all of them when I'm looking down there. And yeah, so as soon as this dries up, the dispensers will start flushing again, and we'll see that in a second. And then this item transport right here is bringing me all the goodies. So all I got to do is stand here, and I could just walk away and leave this till my inventory is full. I had an empty inventory when I came up here, and just in the time I've been talking to you, I've accumulated this much stuff. The string is the slowest. I think I'm not dispatching the spiders as efficiently as I can, but I've timed it several times. I need to do more, but the best number I've got so far was 4,500 items per hour, and they've all been above 4,000 items per hour. So it beats my last mob farm by quite a bit. Still working on the fleshing theme just to actively get them. And now there's improvements that could be done with this. This is just a prototype, it's a work in progress, but I wanted to show you guys where I was at so far. These guys up at the very top edges can get stuck. The water streams don't always push them off. Sometimes they'll just stay put, and sometimes they'll swim up and then work their way down. So I could put half slabs up along some of these upper spaces. But if you want something to do while you're up here, you can take pot shots at these guys with your surplus arrows, and believe it or not, those XP orbs are going to make it to us as well. So it's a little bit of an XP farm if you want to sit up here and practice your archery. And let me see, what else can I tell you about here? It's basically all dark in here, but some lighting glitch is making it lit, which is great for seeing what's going on. There's some light up there, but that doesn't make it down here. And there's also, I've got that open just for going in and out, but that doesn't really affect anything. Yeah, so let me take you outside again and show you how everything works. So over here is the item elevator, but let me start down below and take you from the beginning of how this goes. So when the mobs get flushed, looks like we're getting a nice little flush right here. Everybody comes down, and I just move them over far enough so I don't get this lava sending light inside the spawning areas. But I've just got a simple sizzler device here, a la Etho, and it works pretty well. I think all the tall mobs get dispatched pretty efficiently, and I don't think I lose any item drops from them. The spiders, however, as is the flaw with these sizzlers, the spiders, I think I'm burning up some of their string, so look at you fighting those currents. Not for long. Anyway, all their items get sent over here to this item elevator, and this bottom part is I got from the Minecraft Muse. It doesn't always pick up everything right away, but eventually, if you watch it, everything ends up there. It works better sometimes than others, but in the end, I don't think I lose anything. I think it all gets up there. There we go. You saw the XP orb finally made its way up. But yeah, in general, getting everything up there. I don't think I'm despawning anything. So the way this works is that the timer for it fits here in the bottom footprint of the elevator, and then pistons slowly push everything all the way up to here. The hardest part was getting the items off the elevator. As you can see, this down here, this whole series of pistons is pushing everybody up, and just as they get to the top, that glass block pulls back and lets the water stream push the items off of the elevator. And this, so every cycle we get a nice chunk of items coming up here, and they work their way down there. So I'm pretty happy with that. And up on top here is a piston clock, and every time these glass blocks make it over to here, we get a signal, and this is for turning the dispensers on and off in a cycle. This one turns them on, and then 3 blocks later this one sucks the water back up, and that's enough to flush the whole thing. I haven't timed how often it happens. We're just about to get a signal right here. I don't know if I need to wait for that. We'll see it down here. But this whole part's pretty simple. I just send the signal down here, and it goes all the way on this little belt that goes all the way around and triggers the dispensers. And the last thing to this I didn't do yet is it's not isolating the Enderman yet. If you look here, that's a glitch, but if you yes, the Endermen are actually teleporting to the ground. So when I build this in survival, I'm gonna have to do it over an ocean again. I was hoping that this would be high enough that they couldn't do it, but apparently they can. You can see right here I was starting to make sure there was no spaces for the Endermen to teleport to. This is too high here, and then this is using signs to keep controlled covering of water over here to eliminate Enderman teleportation areas. But you see that nice train of mobs coming through and delivering their items to us inside. So that's it, folks. That's the MobStar. I'm going to be building this for real on our server. Oh, let me show you the website I'm going to use to build this thing, so you can see that it is possible and not as hard as it would seem. Just wanted to show you real quick this website that I learned about through Zisto that's really a valuable tool for making spheres in Minecraft. The URL is plots with a Z, Plotz, plots.co.uk, and if you click over here, take me to plots. It takes you to this great isometric sphere generator where you can plug in any diameter you want. The one I'm using is 61. You could modify that some and take it down a little or take it up a little. I like 61 because it gives me room to move around a couple blocks in each direction and not mess up the range I'm trying to be in for mob spawning on the inside edges, inside surfaces. And the other cool thing is that it tells you exactly how many blocks it is, so that's 9,234, which sounds like a lot, but if you divide that by 64 blocks per stack and 54 blocks per double chest, that's only 2.6 double chests, which is totally doable. The other cool thing I'm showing you here is that you can look at it layer by layer, and it highlights the current layer in yellow, so you can see what needs to be built. So you can work your way all the way down and know what you need to start with. So you just build that first, next layer, next layer, next layer, and you got yourself a nice little 61 layer project. So I think I'm definitely going to do this. I'll probably do it over on our server, and I'll show you guys when I start that. So you probably can't hear it with the thing I'm using to record right now, but I can hear the popping of all my items collecting in Minecraft. So I'm going to take you back there and we'll finish it out. So here we are back again, and just in that time while I was talking, this is how many items we collected while we were sitting here. So it's pretty darn fast and pretty darn easy, and it's just neat. I like having the big sphere like this that looks like a celestial body floating up in the sky. So that's what I've done on the MobStar so far. I just want to show that to y'all and see if you liked it. Hopefully this is useful. This has been Monkeypuzzle, and if you like this, please consider subscribing or liking this and all those things we ask you to do when we make YouTube videos, because it really helps out, and you know that. So I will be back again soon with another cool video for y'all. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.